Hello. Well, I feel like this has taken so long to get back to The Buzz with Bernadette. Welcome. And it's great to have you back. It's great to be back. And here I am. Last time we spoke, we had just come off the back of all the Married at First Sight stuff. I was posting a lot more regularly, so I felt like I just needed a little break. Couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. That's all I took. But I'm back. And today I'm recording, and you cannot see, but I've got 3 dogs laying on the floor. 2 puppies, 1 old Frenchie, French bulldog, and fingers crossed to me. Let's hope that they don't disturb me too much during this podcast recording. But that's what you do when you're a mum of fur babies. So let's see how we go. I'm going to cover quite a few things in this episode. So there'll be a bit of reality, a bit of like what's coming up, a bit of gossip, bit of stuff I've been doing, and I'm going to be checking my notes, making sure I don't forget anything. So let's get started. So let's kick off with something that has really been annoying me lately. It's like, as time goes on, we are faced with the fact that there's more and more things available to us via subscription. So you've got your streaming services, you've got, iCloud storage, you've got so many things. Everybody wants to make a subscription available, and I get it. It's a great money-making business venture for them. But for us, it's leaving us high and dry. Like, there's just so many things. There's apps you can use for filters. There's editing apps, there's Canva, especially when you're in the content creation industry. It's like you're forever, you're just forever going, oh yeah, I need that. Oh, that's a good filter. Oh, that's a great editing tool. Oh, that, and whatever profession you're in, I'm sure there's a subscription-based service for whatever you're using. And it's just annoying. I mean, seriously, where does it end? It's easy to lose track. And suddenly, you could be looking down the barrel of like $300 a month. At the time, things seem simple. Me personally, I refuse. I just cannot pay more than $4.99 a month for my iCloud storage. And I know that is just so bad, but I don't know. I just don't want to pay. Sorry, just rearranging everything here. I just don't want to pay more than $4.99 for my subscription service. So what I've done is I've actually become a part of Google Photos, and I find that's a lot more reliable and a little bit cheaper. And I just think, you know what, Apple gets enough of my money. I'm not going to give them any more. But the good thing about Apple is that you can go on and see how many subscriptions you are actually holding with them, and keeps it all nice and tidy in the one place. And that's what I love. So you can keep track of all your active subscriptions. You can keep track of the ones that are running out, the ones you've cancelled if you want to renew them. So yeah, you just go up to your settings, your name up the top, and subscriptions, and it's all listed there. Because sometimes you let things slip, like you may have got a meditation app, years ago that you forgot about, and that's costing you $7 a month or something, or an exercise app, which I've done many times. Like, an app is going to help me exercise. I think we've just come to the conclusion that I'm not doing it. So I just don't fall for those things anymore. But yeah, if you're paying for Hey You or Binge, or there's new reality shows coming out or something on Disney, you might just get a subscription just for 1 month, and then you forget about it. And next minute, 6 months later, So anyway, it's good to keep on top of these things, but they're really annoying me. Now I find if the subscription is not available in Apple, then I'm really scared to do it, because I'm always like, how am I going to delete this? How will I keep track of this? So much going on. So because we never know, we just never know. I know for me, I like to just, when I see there's a new reality show coming on, like Real Housewives of Dubai season 2, and like Below Deck Mediterranean, I'm a sucker. I just go and I keep hopping whichever's got my favorite shows. Anyway, so let's dip back into some familiar faces from Married at First Sight Australia. Yep, I've been doing the stalking over on Instagram, and so let's just say Jamie and Elliott. I was surprised they are together. Well, it certainly looks like they are together. And so I was double checking today. Looks like they are still together. They haven't confirmed it, but the posts are giving like major couple energy, coordinated outfits, flirty comments. It's basically like a little soft launch every week. So that's something to keep an eye on there. And speaking of MAFS legends, I was looking on TikTok last night and I saw Lucinda Light has launched her own TV series. It's called The Honesty Bot. Okay, but it is all about like sparking heartfelt, meaningful conversations in real life, whether it's with friends or a partner or even just self-reflection, which is very Lucinda, spiritual, magical. I do love her. I love her. She's very inspirational and she seems quite authentic and she's very much herself. Like she won't be changing for anyone, which I really appreciate in a person. So yeah, it's her magical way of encouraging us all to get real. And yeah, so apparently you do some kind of test before you get onto the show and it has like 88% accuracy. And unlike Married at First Sight, if you are matched with someone that you really just don't think they're for you, you can just pause it right there and go to somebody who you might be better matched to. So it's very realistic, very honest. At this point in time, I think that is a UK-based show. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out if and when that does air in Australia. I'm quite sure that will be coming. I mean, fingers crossed. I love anything with Lucinda, but until then, I'll be watching her on TikTok. Now, let's slide into something a little juicier. I don't know if you guys were watching little snippets of Big Brother on YouTube because we can't watch Big Brother UK in Australia, but I love their format of Big Brother because it's the original format, which was just, I don't know, I just loved it. We've turned the Australian one just more into like a kind of like literally a game show with, you know, tasks and games and all that. And I just like prefer the old setup where it was more about the relationships and the connections and, you know, they had the occasional party and stuff like that. But so anyway, that's Big Brother UK, JoJo Siwa. She's been making headlines again, this time on Celebrity Big Brother UK. She got super real about her sexuality, saying that now she doesn't identify as a lesbian anymore, but rather as queer because it gives her more freedom. So, I mean, honestly, it was such a powerful and mature conversation, but would have been a little tough for her partner who was outside the house, could not speak to her, could not contact her, could not bounce off her and sort of like see what the hell was going on. But she formed a bond in the house with Chris Hughes, who was, if you don't know him, he was the charming Brit from Love Island UK. And us Aussies would know him from 2017 season where he dated Jessie Nelson from Little Mix. And apparently he made a documentary about male fertility. I do not know that and I did not see that one. Yeah, so JoJo and Chris sparked rumours. Yeah, but she shut that down and said they're just really good friends. But yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one because they were very close on the show and JoJo Siwa's partner did watch it all unfold and that would have been so hard. And I saw her social media post after she came out and yeah, you could see she was hurting, which was so sad. Okay, movie lovers, this one is for you. So the next Chicks at the Flicks event at Event Cinemas in Whitford is screening the new rom-com Materialists. Okay. And of course, I'll be co-hosting this with the amazing Alexander Sacosta. Now, the movie actually stars Dakota Jank as a luxury matchmaker in New York City, torn between her wealthy new client, who is Pedro Pascal, and her ex, Chris Evans. Yeah, so she's torn between these two men. I saw the preview, the trailer of it last night. It looks so good. I cannot wait. I know this Chicks at the Flicks is going to be sold out. When there's a movie like this, it just sells out like within days. So, yeah, so it's giving luxe vibes, love triangles, and a soundtrack by Japanese Breakfast. So if I was you, I'd be grabbing the girls, the Prosecco, and getting glammed up. And this is going to be coming out on June the 12th. So now talking about icons as well, Usher is finally coming back to Australia. Oh my God, I've actually never seen him live. He would just be amazing. His Past, Present, Future tour hits Melbourne in November, Sydney in December, and if his Super Bowl halftime show was anything to go by, we're in for a night of pure magic. Yeah, so he's going to be doing Yeah, Confessions, Burn, which I don't know if you know, that was written about me, and his new tracks from Coming Home. So I haven't seen a Perth date there, so I'm a bit concerned about that. I mean, I guess if you're a die-hard fan, you'll be getting some plane tickets to Melbourne or Sydney, whichever's your favourite. Tickets are going to be released on May the 16th. And all right, so now we're going to have a little story time just between you and me. I went to the Comedy Lounge the other night, Tuesday night, in fact, for a preview of some fantastic comedic lineup. It was my first time at the Comedy Lounge. It was amazing. It was such a vibe. I literally did not stop laughing. There was about 5 comedians, one after the other. Man, every one of them was so funny. I've got animals behind me. Every one of them was so funny, inappropriate, rude, swearing, just the way I like it. And we were literally beside ourselves. Okay, now I'm going to have a cat jumping up on the... It's wonderful to have lots of pets. It really is. It really is. Yeah, so anyway, the drinks were flowing, the food, they put on drinks and food for us. It was amazing. I literally tasted the best, skinniest, tastiest, saltiest French fries I have ever had at the Comedy Lounge in Northbridge, and they were sensational. So when I met the manager, I said, oh my God, your French fries are the best I have ever tasted. And he goes, my God, well, sit back and relax. I am going to get... Here comes the cat. Oh my goodness. Get out of my shop, Mr. Cat. Anyway, and he goes, sit back and relax. I'm going to get you some more fries, lady. Like, easy. And I was like sitting there. Intermission was over. I was enjoying the next half of the show going, this is amazing, right? And what happens? The waitress comes. Okay. Is that still recording? Yes, it is. And so then the waitress comes out. I see her walk down there's 2 aisles. And I said to him, he goes, I'll follow you. The manager said, I'll follow you back to your seat so I know where you're sitting, so I can tell the girl. I said, yep, no worries. Okay, thank you. I'm here. See ya. So then he must have told her the left aisle. She went down the right aisle. And who did she give my French fries to? Just have a guess. Just randomly. Pick anyone. Okay, pick anyone from MAFS. Anyway, so I literally watched them go down the aisle and get delivered to Afina from MAFS and her twin sister. Actually, her twin sister took them and went, and I saw she looked a bit puzzled, but who says no to hot French fries? Nobody. So she took them and you know, I said, well, that's just the universe telling me that I shouldn't be having any more extra fries. So that's fine. I still had an amazing night. Yeah, and I know when to listen to the universe. I just didn't didn't deserve them. So I saved some calories there, but what I saved there, I had in extra glasses of Prosecco that night. So anyway, before I wrap up this episode, I have to tell you about the show that has been making me cry in the best way lately, and that is Love on the Spectrum. My gosh, I'm completely obsessed. It is such a raw and beautiful, beautiful show. It's authentic. It's the way these people navigate dating with their honesty, their vulnerability, no filter. They say what they mean. There's really much to learn from this show, the people, the genuine connections they make. And if they don't like each other, they just go, okay, it was lovely to meet you and have a lovely day. And they're honest. They don't ghost people. They're not rude. It's just such a wholesome, there's no games, no pretending. And honestly, the world could use more of that energy. And can we talk about Connor? Like, I adore him. He's so lovely. His attitude, his kindness, the way his banter with his mum and his family, and the way he won't let his mum get too worked up about things, so she has to. And I feel like I've been there when you've got teenagers. Like, I've been there. You can't overreact to anything. Like, keep it together, keep it calm. So yeah, anyway, Connor just puts himself out there all the time, melts my heart. If you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. You can literally binge an easy 5 episodes of this show. I actually started on season 3 and loved it, because I actually didn't think I would really go for it. And I fell in love on episode 1 of season 3. So now I'm going to go back and watch season 1 and season 2. But it makes me cry every time, and I don't know why. And even my partner loves it. And I did not see him going for a show like this, but he loves it. He loves it. Anyway, so that's going to be a wrap on this week's Buzz with Bernadette. And yeah, look, I gave you the spicy celeb tea, right down to the stolen French fries today. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, send it to your friends, leave a review, and until next time, keep sparkling, stay fabulous, and I'll see you next week.